Hello and welcome, 28th of August, about 9 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful sunny day for once. Let's pick some stuff. Let's have a quick look what I've got ready at the minute then. I've got my nephews coming down tomorrow for a big harvest, so I don't want to take everything. Probably just take one of each item that's ready. Starting with cabbages. First time of growing cabbages from seed. They've been eaten, as you can see, slightly, but there'll be some good leaves under there. Primo cabbage. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, ignore the holes. Ignore the holes. There's a first time. Yeah, let's turn it around so you can't see the holes. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Right. Next to it, some spring onions. I'm going to see if they're ready. Just 1 second. First time growing onions from seed. Normally grown from sets. I've got some red onions there. I don't think they're ready, but let's have a quick look at these Pompey spring onions. Let's pull him, he's a big one. There we go. There we go. Right, what we've got so far? Cabbage and a spring onion or two. Right, what's next? I'm going to check in on some various radishes I've got growing. There's a couple of weeds in there, it's mostly radish. Let's have a closer look in a minute. Right, so I sowed these 6 weeks ago. Checking my sowing notes. I do sometimes take notes. These are actually turnips, so no wonder they're not ready. Then we've got some radishes. We've got scarlet globe. Small but perfectly formed. Flamboyant 3. Not sure if it looks flamboyant, but there you go. And then we've got albina. So they're edible. Give them a couple of weeks, they'll be a perfect size. Now on to beetroot. Never lets me down, does beetroot? Never lets me down. Got 2 different types. Let's take them out of the ground, see the difference. So I've been plucking this beetroot out of the ground for, must be a couple of months now. I've probably left these too long. I've got 2 types, Chioggia and Peonazza Dagito. These are just huge, huge. I've never had beetroot that big before. I've maybe left them too long. I don't know quite how hard they'd be. I did a second sowing. Let's see what normal size I picked them at. Yeah, something like that is my normal size I pick them at. These had so many leaves, I thought there was 2 or 3 different beetroot. They're actually one. Huge, huge. Right, on to some squash, I think now. So squash, pumpkins, courgettes, cucumbers. Tiny seedlings. A couple of months back they didn't have a good start in life. They're amazing plants. I'm just glad I've got anything, but that's just lush, that is. We've got, can't see that, can you? Courgettes. We have Pattison Gaga squash, aka patty pan squash. Never grown that one before. got more there. We've got, I haven't picked this for a couple of weeks. It's a courgette the size of my arm. Bless them, bless them. We've got cucumber here. There we go. Yes, more squash in there. Probably got more courgette plants than I realised. Oh, there we go. And we've got the Three Sisters planting. Squash, courgettes, pumpkins, etc. Suppressing weeds on the floor. You've got your sweet corn rising up. I did read somewhere that these at the top, they drop the pollen in the wind and help these to become proper sweet corn. Anyway, I might be just making that up, don't know. Anyway, and then we've got the beans growing up. You can see this one's curled around the sweet corn. I've got one there that's growing up, and the beans are supposed to add nutrients to the soil to help everything so they all complement each other. It's kind of a timing thing with this, whether you get it right, whether the beans getting dwarfed and the sun blocked out from them in time, but many more courgettes than I thought. But I'm just pleased I've got anything based on what they were like a couple of months ago. Right, let's pick a courgette, Patterson Gagat squash, and I might sneak a cucumber in there. So here we go then, Patterson Gagat squash. Never grown this type of squash before. Supposed to pick them small, I have read, then you can leave the skin on before it gets too hard, unlike pumpkins where you're supposed to leave them to get hard and then you can store them. Masterpiece cucumber. First time growing cucumbers from seed as well. Whether that is a masterpiece or not doesn't matter. Well, there you go. I'm happy with it. All green bush courgettes. They haven't let me down yet. It was touch and go this year. So that's a good size. That's just silly. So I got my second early potatoes here. They should have come up a while ago, but I've got my nephews coming down tomorrow. I'm waiting for them so they can dig it up and have some fun. I will dig up one each, Bonnie and Nicola, for display purposes only. There we go, one Nicola potato plant dug up and one Bonnie potato plant dug up. Considering it was £2 for a pack of 10, £2 for a pack of 10, and this is one of each. That's pretty good value for money, isn't it? Decent sized potatoes. I might have left them too though. I don't mind. Nice one. Onto the greenhouse via the raspberries. Right, let's go in the greenhouse. So, got a little bit of salad leaves coming on there. We've got a red chilli. We've got a red chilli. And some other smaller ones. Tomatoes. I did cut the bottom leaves off to give them more air and light the other week. We've got tomatoes and a few are ready, so I'm going to pick those. Not big size, but first year we're growing tomatoes. Let's get some this year. Bigger and better next year. Right, let's pick that chilli and a couple of tomatoes. And there we go, some onions, garlic that have been drying in the greenhouse. A few spinach leaves. What a week! What a week. It's maybe peak week in terms of the different varieties of stuff that's going on there. I must have 10 different varieties of fruit and veg there. Second year posting videos on YouTube, although I've had the allotment 6-7 years. Year one, grow some stuff, maybe more quantity than different varieties. Sure know what I'm doing, ish. This year, quite a few different things. Growing lettuce first time onions from seed, first time with tomatoes. I'm just pleased some things happened, if a little bit later than planned. It's not all good news, my outdoor tomatoes, I think they've got blight, but can't take the shine off this. Well pleased with that. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe, send me a comment. See you next time. Cheers.